this costume change might take a little bit longer because this is Christine's first chance for a bathroom break because it's not really easy in the wedding dress. So how many people recognize that song? When we were practicing that in the ballroom, people would be rolling their eyes like, oh my God, what are you doing? But when they leave the ballroom, they'd be humming it. It's like, it's so bad, why are you doing that? Okay. So that's also just kind of payback because while we were practicing this one, there were other people practicing to the song Santa Baby. Well, Santa Baby is a cool song, but when you hear it 15 times in a row, it's like, okay, enough. So Boy Meets Girl, Foxtrot, Tango, this one, and conflicts. And the next one is a very slow waltz. We ride away together in the sunset to live happily ever after. Yeah. Now, let me give you a heads up on this next one. We're going to dance the first half of the song, and then when we bow out, the second half of the song, we want you all to join us on the floor. And don't be afraid of doing proper waltz, doesn't matter. You can come up and do any kind of dance you want on the floor. And while I'm saying that, let me tell you a story, because I have a few moments. I'm not sure if Christine has a better part of this or not. She has to do a costume change, but I have to talk after doing a dance. Okay, so Bill Way, right over here. Now, I've been to each of Bill's daughters' weddings, and two are here now. April couldn't make it, Marion and Shelley. And their weddings were many years ago, and I went to those. And at each wedding, Bill said to me, I'm gonna dance at your wedding. And so I sent the invitation to Bill, and now bear in mind, this is decades now. I said, okay, Bill, I'm holding you to it. I expect you to dance at my wedding. So here he is. So, Bill, I'm looking for you. While I have a little extra time, I wish to thank so many people. And it's so wonderful having you all here. A lot of the preparation for tonight, we had a lot of help on. So many good people, we just told them, gave them an idea, and they ran with it, they did everything, and they were so good. So I thank all of them, and I don't know if I can hit them all, but let me do my best. Terry, who was just wonderful on setting up the church and taking it down and setting up the room, and we had an open house the other day. She did all kinds of stuff with that. Oh my goodness. And of course, it goes without saying, the groomsmen and the bridesmaids who have really been wonderful. Also setting up the room, Dave and Bobby and Naomi, who, there's Bobby, and I don't see, okay, they're around here. They did set up the room, which is terrific because you don't have the biggest window of time to do that. You have to get in after other events in the morning, get it done, and so thank you guys for doing all that. And for Jean, who is my neighbor, who I'm so glad I moved across the street from Jean and Cindy. Yeah. So when I was building my house, I would frame a wall, and I'd go across the street and say, Gene, would you help me? He would come right across the street, and we'd put this big wall on. I'd nail it in, and he'd go back across the street. So then the next day, I'd frame another wall, and say, Gene, he'd come across the street, we'd put another wall on. And this went on for 5 years. Okay, let's see. How is Christine doing on changing? Go see how she's doing, Jean. What else do we have to talk about?
Tell a joke.
Stephen, you tell a joke.
Oh, no, please don't have Stephen tell a joke.
So,
Oh, please.
Stephen, will you do one of your elimination mixers later? Oh, I have something I have to tell you. When you all leave, you have to bring home a bag of garbage with you. Okay, so here's the story behind that. A number of us used to belong to a dance studio, and the teacher was very interesting. So when she would have a party at her house, you kind of had to go. And she would make you take a bag of garbage home with you. Now, there would be maybe 50 people at the party. Everybody had to bring a bag of garbage home. Now, you know that there isn't 50 bags of garbage from that party, right? But now I know it's kind of amusing, but you couldn't park on the street of her house. She wouldn't let you. You had to park a quarter-mile away at the school. So after the party, you see people walking down the road with this bag of garbage to put in the trunk of their car and bring it home and put it in their garbage can. So a number of us experienced that, and yeah, so bags of garbage for all of you. I had more things to say when I was up at 2 a.m. thinking about this stuff. The Santa does mambo with my friend Katie. We did this dance, it's probably around Christmas time, and the song was Santa Does the Mambo. It was, Santa does the mambo. So I'm dressed up as Santa, beard and everything. And so we're doing the dance, and my pants started falling down. So I'm dancing through trying to pull them up and, this kind of stuff, and them up, but then they're going down again. And so at one point, they're just going down. But I thought it was my pants, it was actually the belt. I didn't really realize that. So then I realized it's the belt. So I stepped out of it, the big Santa belt. It's kind of like this one, but black, right? So I stepped out and kicked it up. It was perfect. It's like I couldn't practice it to do that. It landed right like I meant to do it.
King of the ad-libs, sir. Spinning that belt.
Okay. ETA back there, please.
She went home. You gave her a key to the
My dances are over. Actually, the first two dances were the hardest. The next one is the easiest one, thank goodness. So, it's shorter for one, and it's also a much simpler dance. The first one we did, the foxtrot, strangely was the most difficult probably because we kind of remembered it from before, but not well enough. So when we try to do something, you have that little bit of muscle memory that's pulling you into doing something. It's like, no, it doesn't work on this size floor anymore. So I had to relearn that one. But it's a fun dance. So the middle one, though, was great fun with the changes from dance styles all in that music. So, but the words also worked really well for this. So somehow we came across that song and it just worked so well. So now the last one works well too, and I won't give it all away, but when we play it, you'll clearly see why. So I'm running out of things here now.
Just say something she loves to hear, she will come out. Just say something she loves to hear.
Well, she can't hear me. She's in the back room. So I'll tell you secrets about Christina.
You're really good, though. I mean, you're ad-libbing and you're waiting.
So Rob, you're suggesting I have a career in stand-up, maybe?
I wait a lot. That's just what I'm saying.
how I got in dancing. That girl drove me there. What's up, Gene? Yeah? No? Yeah? Well, what's the timing?
That's a clock.
All right, well. So for a moment, Gene will speak to you.
You don't know me. I'm the next door neighbor who was helping lift those walls. A little dress difficulty, but I think wardrobe malfunction. You've heard of these things. I don't think it's going to actually reveal anything too exciting. We're just trying to get this dress up off the ground. And in the meantime, you guys have another glass of wine and we'll try to work this out.